Hello everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy. I'm here to bring you the weekly message of the Divine Feminine to her beloved for the week of October 7 to 13. Okay, so as always, I've already shuffled over the cards and prayed over them, and at the bottom of the deck, okay, here we have the Four of Fire. Usually, the cards at the bottom of the deck, if you've just joined the channel, this pertains to the state of the Divine Feminine. Okay, so here we have the Four of Fire, and this speaks about focus and determination. It's like being very motivated towards a goal. What goal that is? Here, you can see this is the seneschal. Okay, and this is the 12 of Earth, and when we see this card, the focus of the Divine Feminines is number one, it's twofold. Okay, number one, it's being the administrator of the earth. You can see here that she holds the keys, and she's you can see her third eye there glowing, and she has companions for that because she's in a special and privileged position of being a conduit for the Earth's ascension and for helping others on the planet ascend, okay, including her twin flame. You can see that it is quite a, when you hold positions of power, although this is not the position of power that is traditionally known in 3D, but it's like stewardship, okay? And she's acting, the Divine Feminine is acting as stewards of the planet right now, and you can see here there are ants representing, it's a very organized collective, but you don't see that unless you really observe, okay? But it is amazing though, because you can see that the Divine Feminines who were tasked to sort of get on ahead with our ascension process, things are happening to us at a very synchronized level, although you could only see it that way from a bird's eye view. But if you look much closer individually, you wouldn't understand how each life, okay, 3D life of the Divine Feminine, how our actions, how they all come together to really support the collective, okay? So anyway, there, we are stewards of the earth, and that's why we have companions, like our canine companions, but this is friendship. Born out of unconditional love and loyalty. When we get this card, it often signifies that you're loyal to one master, but in this case, it is not a master, but it's your objective, your sacred mission to be that steward as a twin flame, okay? And then, okay, this is what I was beginning to talk about earlier. I suppose I felt that it would be coming up next. This is the Five of Water, and here, this is, you can see here that it signifies almost a certain sadness and vulnerability. But there is a corresponding, and that is there, because when you're in this sort of position, okay, even let's take it down a notch and compare it with those who are in positions of power in 3D. Yes, they may be surrounded by what? Bodyguards, by fans, by staff, and everybody else who kowtows to them or exalts their position. But the thing is, when they're by their lonesome, oftentimes they feel very disconnected because they're not with them. They know that they have to maintain this distance because something has got to be done, whatever it is that they have been tasked to do. Okay, and this is really it's consequence of being a leader, okay, a trailblazer, that necessarily if you walk ahead, the whole pack is behind you, but you still have to lead them, and it is a lonely road. And sometimes the divine feminines, they feel that. But there is a corresponding gift to that, which is this abundance. You can see, well, it's abundance and angelfish. Okay, these are angelfish, but they're not in angelfish traditional colors. You can see that it's gold and yellow and orange, pertaining to the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, which is where we derive pleasure. Okay, so that is going to her. Okay, it's like swimming. The flow of life will bring these to her to compensate for those times that she necessarily finds herself alone by virtue of her position. Okay, and then the last is, look, we have the Nine of Earth, and this is contentment. So a lot of the divine feminines, which would also really correspond and confirm the Twin Flame Weekly reading. Okay, because we're sort of in a, it's not even the calm before the storm. It is sort of just a blissful, okay, wherein you realize that you've found yourself in a good place. Even if there are still a lot of things to be fixed, even if your bank account needs a calibration before it gets overflowing to the brim, before you get that perfect job, that perfect relationship and all that. But in the meantime, things are good. And see, because look at her garb, it's very sparse. It's very sparse, but then again, she bears the necklace of transformation in the form of a butterfly, a golden butterfly. So, okay, so there is enlightened transformation there, and in this, in the receptacle that she's holding, it may not be visible, but you can see there that is a young snake, sort of like an Ouroboros eating its tail, which is regeneration or birth. So this transformation has been very beneficial to the divine feminine, and wherever she finds herself, you know, in whatever ranking of success in life, this is bringing her happiness and contentment. Okay, that is not to say that, you know, there's no more in store for her. There is, but that's part of the key to getting more, to really liking where you're at, so that the universe gives you more. Okay, and there, yes, that's it for the divine feminine. Now let's look at her message. I'm gonna pause this because I have 1 bar of battery. This battery pack is wonky, and I'll be back. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let's open the cards for her message to her beloved. First card we have is the Six of Earth, Six of Fire. We have 11, Healing. We have 13, Queen of Earth. And we have 1 of Earth. See, a lot of Earth here. Okay, and then what I'm getting from this cards is that the divine feminine's message is focused on the healing of the divine masculines. And in the message, I think, of the divine masculine, we were given a glimpse of what he needed to heal from at this point in time. So now this is the gist of her message. And number 1, what she's telling her beloved is that it needs to be worked on. Okay, with the work that needs to be done, there will be corresponding rewards. There will be a harvest there in store, but it needs effort for it to be harvested. And he has his key. He holds the key to release himself, release all the pain that he feels as represented by the Ten of Swords, release all that, the negativity brought on by the fallout. Okay, he has the capacity to do that and to reap the rewards, but he has to put in the work. Okay, next we have the Six of Fire. And the Six of Fire often portends of victory. Okay, you can see here that the white sword, this is like what's that? Star Wars. Okay, we're in the Jedis and the Siths, but there's a reconciliation there. There is a common ground. This would represent the that side of the divine masculine that is already in touch with his higher self, with his divine nature, and this the brown, which I said earlier was the Sith part, would be his more worldly half of himself. Okay, but now he is coming into some balance, and that is because this has his progress on his work, on his ascension journey has it's gotten good momentum already. And this card represents fairness, justice, coming into balance, balancing out this, because especially when men have their eyes on the prize, their predatory instincts surface, and that's pretty much what their attitude has been when it comes to life in 3D. It's go getting this, go get that, because this has to be established. It's like they're in one of those video games. They have to establish, so whether it's farms or battles, they have to establish their army. You know, those games, 3D games, and I forget their names because I'm not a gamer. Anyway, so this is really tempering that fire so that it comes into balance. Okay, and Divine Feminine telling her beloved that there will be victory when it comes to his own personal healing, as long as he puts in the work and he gets to balance himself out. Okay, and here, these are the impending rewards the Divine Feminine talks to her beloved about. First, there is the Queen of Earth, okay? And when we have the Queen of Earth, this is abundance in all aspects. Multidimensionally speaking, okay? So it's not just success, the way that men traditionally would define success. Oops, what is that? Ash, move. Okay, not in a way that men traditionally define success, but in all other aspects. It's more balanced. It's like, you see, let's say Nelson Mandela. Okay, it's very well known that he has been a figurehead for democracy, for the African people, and that he has, gotten all these prizes for peace and all that. But it's also a lesser known fact that because he did all that, his family life was in shambles, which is why at the age of 80 plus, he got married again. But if you read all the interviews about his family, it's almost as if they have nothing good to say about him as a father. Him as a world leader, no problem. Him as a father, not so good. Okay? So anyway, But this balance, this healing, when the work is done and his healing is complete, then all measures of success are for the taking for the divine masculine. Okay, because there will be regeneration on all levels of life, in all aspects of life. And see, that's when here we have the one of earth, okay, represented by this green fiery dragon. I actually miss my dragons. I think it was the last time I called them to service was during the Easter RASHEEBA special that I ran. Okay, and I'm so grateful to them that whenever they need it, and I do have to perform RASHEEBA healing, that they immediately come and assist. And there, I just miss them. Anyway, so here, yeah, but none of my dragons look like this. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot their names. It's because my mind's not on it. Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. I have a dragon that's Marik. Yeah, Marik. Marik is more blue and gold. Okay, he's the youngest of the three dragons that I work with. Okay, but this dragon kind of reminds me of him. Okay, and this dragon is it's regeneration. Look, going through this fire that is needed. This fire, it's like when you cauterize the wound. Okay, this is healing it, doing the work to heal. This is sealing it. Okay, it's like cauterization, wherein you seal it so you can fully heal, and it can heal the rest on its own. And then here, this green dragon is regeneration, and this is the new seed that comes from the heart. So, Divine Feminine telling her beloved that, look, there's a lot of rewards that are in store, and this new life, okay, wherein you're living authentically from the heart, is just around the corner as soon as this healing is done. Okay, so anyway, that's what I have for you, and I hope this helps. I am open for readings and healings again, so please do visit my website if you need that sort of help or assistance. I am going to post another video, so watch out for that. That video really is a summation of the energies in the third quarter of this year. And it also explains why I was called to do something else during that period of time, and I wasn't able to give YouTube readings. Okay, and I missed you during that time, and I'm glad to connect with you again and share my energy with you. So take care, everyone, and if anybody's still listening to my videos out there, please say something in the comments. Okay, thank you. Bye.